Disorderly product news. This video comes to us from Guardian of Valor, Stolen Valor, a fantastic channel. I've always been behind the cause of Stolen Valor. The link for this channel will be in the description. Beat me there, don't meet me there. It is one fantastic channel. But even at the time, they didn't know the depths of this Stolen Valor case. It was me who set up the movement, Demand Your Flag, in which we demand that the American flag, and only the American flag, be shown on all the people's buildings, properties, and uniforms. And I believed it was stolen valor, not desecration of the flag, that they were portraying by hanging up their thin blue line flags and wearing it on the people's uniforms, putting it on the people's vehicles, putting it on the people's properties. See, my premise was simple. They didn't earn the equity that was in that flag. Now, when that flag was first sewn, it didn't make people stand up at ball games, grown men cry, and at other events. There was a lot of equity built into that flag. People paid the ultimate sacrifice in the farthest reaches of the globe. Others left their minds and their limbs in jungles and deserts around this planet. So for another group to come in and now it's bringing tears, emotion, because of equity that was put into it, for another group to come in and take the American flag and tweak it just a little bit and say, now this is about us. Give us all that adulation. Give us those tears. This is about us. It's highly disrespectful. It's criminal. There's men and women that couldn't even drink a beer on American soil that died for that flag. Let me ask you this. If you found out your neighbors just paid off all the equity on their house and they own it, if they go to the grocery store, can you go into their house, repaint it, and say it's yours? So this is Lieutenant Michael Cipriani at the Baltimore, Washington International Airport, and somebody next to him engages him with conversation. Let's see what happens.
Thank you. Yeah, it's too bad about this weather.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Have you been to the USO here? I think they have some services for soldiers there.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to stay put.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk getting bumped.
Yeah. You know, you have your computer. You could just Google it, but these great videos on the internet called Stolen Valor videos. Have you seen those?
Now we're at the 4:17-minute mark, and I'm going to give you guys a hint that when you watched the first time, I know you probably got this inclination, because I got this inclination. There was something funny about this video. So put in the comments if you figured it out right now.
Valor videos, have you seen those?
No.
You should Google them, because there are these people and they have the most audacity you can imagine. They're wearing the uniform, pretending to be soldiers, you know, looking people in the face, telling them they served.
Oh my God.
It's just unreal. It's unreal. No, you should look it up though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because real veterans can see when people are lying.
Right.
Yeah, which, you know, I mean, I see your combat patch there. So who are you with? Who's that combat patch from? That's not a combat patch, actually. That's a unit affiliation patch. Yeah. Okay. So your combat patch is going to be the one on your right shoulder.
Right.
Under the American flag. So imagine you probably knew that though already.
Yeah.
So where'd you go to college at?
Miami.
Miami. So you were OCS?
Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio.
Yeah.
So, but you know what OCS is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense then, because you would have been ROTC if you'd gone to Miami of Ohio.
No, I wasn't ROTC.
So how did you commission then? What was your commissioning source? You're wearing the rank of a commissioned officer in the United States Army, right? So people typically know how they got that rank when they wear it, but it doesn't seem like you do. So I'm not going to make a scene.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tear you apart here in front of all these people.
You should. Would you like to see my ID?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to make sure.
He just showed his driver's license.
Right there.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is him.
Yep. Did you just take a picture of my...
So there you go, guys. There's where you can visit Guardian of Valor outside of YouTube. I will have all these different forums in the link in the description for Guardian of Valor. They're interesting videos, they're entertaining videos, and they're important videos. But now, let's get to the secret. If you haven't guessed it already, get ready to get shocked, because this story isn't even close to being over. In 2015, Michael Cipriani took a voluntary job at a high school in Nevada named Sparks High School. It was actually, for lack of a better words at this point, his alma mater. Now, there was an SRO, a school resource officer. This one was on his P's and Q's because he suspected something was up with this Michael Cipriani. Bringing his allegations, his thoughts to school administration, they did a little digging and they found some unusual transactions on the school's credit card. So here we go again. Is Michael Cipriani about to get caught in another lie? Is he just a con man who cons whoever he can to get by? Once the school resource officer was made aware of the transactions on the school credit card, he went full bore Inspector Gadget. He found the video online at the airport. He found even more because Michael Cipriani was still claiming to be a wounded veteran. He even had special tags on his license plates. Michael Cipriani was so good, he was even able to hoodwink the Secretary of State out there in Nevada to give him a Purple Heart award when he gave them fraudulent military papers. But that SRO, that school resource officer, he was not dropping the case. And the more he dug, the more he found out. And Michael Cipriani, who got a license in Nevada, who got that license plate in Nevada, was really, drum roll please, that's right, Michael Cipriani was really Kelsey Hoover. He wasn't even a he was a she. Now, when you look back at that video and you look at his face and his body, you see it. You see that's not a male's body. Kelsey Hoover was a non-stop con artist. But the story doesn't end there. Michael Cipriani, Kelsey Hoover, whoever you want to call, I guess it's Kelsey Hoover. Anyways, she was the first person ever to be arrested on stolen Valor charges. Legislation that came out in 2013. Her video became known nationally in 2015. She was charged with false applications for a driver's license, false vehicle registration, burglary, and stolen Valor. She faced up to 20 years in the Texas Department of Corrections. But guess who didn't show up on her sentencing day? That's right, Kelsey Hoover, Michael Cipriani. Well, they're both the same people, so as long as one of them didn't show up, they both didn't show up. Anyways, Kelsey was found in the Fort Worth area, and she had lived a life of stealing people's identities, fraud. She was wanted in Oregon. She was serving a 3-year term in Oregon. Nevada also wanted her. They gave her a 3-year term to be run concurrent. When a judge says a sentence is run concurrent, that means she's just doing 3 years. So her 3 years in Oregon and her 3 years in Nevada are being run at the same time. It's not 6 years, it's 3 years. There's concurrent and then there's consecutive. If it's consecutive, then it would have been 6 years. But hold on, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Well, that's not the end of the story, because remember, she skipped out on her sentencing date. She still had to show up for falsifying driver's license, vehicular registration fraudulent, burglary, and stolen Valor. She is the first person in the country to ever get arrested for stolen Valor. In Texas, where they hang them high and still have the death penalty and have very, very little compassion for criminals. 9 to 20. 9 years to 20 years was her sentence in Texas. So that just goes to show you, the next time you want to dress up like a man, or if you're a man and you want to dress up like a woman and put on a army suit to try and get a discount at the Golden Corral Buffet, don't do it. It's not worth it. Crime doesn't pay. My name's Disorderly Product News, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy work week. One of the strangest stories we've ever seen here on Disorderly Product News. Good night.